revolutionizing the game, evolving. That's what I love about investing, right? Think about Tesla, and I'm not advocating for anyone to invest in these businesses, but I'm just showing how the world has evolved, and you can build your wealth. For me, 100% if you're bold enough to bet on the future. If you're bold enough to bet on the future and be patient enough to let it take place, you will win and you will win big. That's without a doubt. So we see the evolution of Tesla and we see what's going on with this business. Even if you don't agree with everything that Elon does, you say, okay, well, Rolls-Royce just dropped its first EV car for $400,000, right? They're saying they're going to be all electric by 2030. General Motors saying they're going to be all electric by 2032. Ford is drop electric cars now. What is that telling us right now? The landscape of vehicles is changing, right? So what do I say? Okay, I want to be a part of this evolution. I want to be a part of not only the electric car revolution, but the charging stations, the batteries, right? These are the components, the supply chain that makes this whole sector possible. And so for me, that's betting on the future. And if we can understand, if we can truly grasp that your money is not doing you no justice in a bank. It's not, especially now, right? It's not doing you no justice in a bank.
Why not?
Well, because the more they print money, the more your money loses value, right? The more inflation goes up, the more your money loses value. So $100 spent in 2019, that same $100 now takes $109, right? So your money is lost. You need that
to buy
much
the same
to buy
thing.
the same thing, right? So if you bought this mug for $100 in 2019,
I'm going to slap you in the mouth if that's what you did. But yeah.
it now costs you $109, right? You need that much more money. So we understand that one lie we've been told is sitting our money in a bank. So that's probably should have added that to the equation earlier, right? Putting our money in a bank, thinking that the bank is the safest place to have our money, right? That's probably the most dangerous place because I always say a dollar that's not moving is a dollar that's losing, right? So sitting our money in a bank is not the place to be, right? So what would be
How do you make your money move?
How you make your money move? By making great investments or just investing. So I'll give you an example. For me personally, I literally don't have but like $12,000 sitting in the bank. All of my money is in the market. 90% of it is in the market. So I use what's called the VOO, which is the Vanguard Index Fund for the S&P 500. I use that as my savings account. So every month or every week, I'm putting money in that. Well, Trap, what happens when the market is going down? Well, my money wasn't making no money in the savings account anyway.
Right.
So I'm putting it in there, right? And then what happens when the market rebounds? Because we won't be here forever. We won't be here forever. What happens when the market rebounds? Well,
talk to people about realized losses versus unrealized losses.
Okay.
Because I think this really messes with people.
That's good. So unrealized loss is when, let's say I have $100 in something and that goes down to $89, right?
Meaning if I sold it today,
right,
I wouldn't be able to sell it for what I paid for. But
it's
I don't have to sell it.
It's okay. So you buy something at $100, it goes down to $80. If you don't sell it, you have an unrealized loss of $20. Meaning you didn't sell it, your equity just decreased. But if you sell it, you realize that gain. You have now made that gain realistic. That loss. You've realized that loss. You've made that loss realistic. So you've now essentially lost that $20, right? That's a realized loss. Now, realized gain is the exact opposite, right? So if you go up to, I buy something for 100, it goes up to 150, unrealized, I have $50 in unrealized gain. So it's there, but I didn't sell it, it's there. Realizing it is saying I've cashed out. I've cashed out on it. Think about, like you talked about Jeff Bezos, right? His net worth is what, 180 something billion dollars, something like that. Last time I checked, 60% of his money was in Amazon stock. 60% of it. So this is why you wake up one day and you say, damn, Jeff lost $18 billion. Well, that's unrealized because he didn't cash out. So he didn't lose it. It's still there. Once the stock gets backs up, he recoups all of that. And so that's the dope part about the market. Yes, it fluctuates. Yes, it goes ups and downs, but that's also the most scariest part about the market because people who come from lower income, working class environments, the worst thing that can come to their mind is losing money that I bust my butt for. That's what makes the market so scary for them, and that confusion keeps them out of the market.
Yeah, so this is where now